US President Donald Trump said Britain's Brexit deal could hamper the US UK trade relationship. On Monday, Trump took his own boot to Theresa May's widely reviled agreement, saying it sounded like a great deal for the European Union, adding that he would have to take a serious look at whether or not the UK would be allowed to trade with the US. May's team furiously trying to quash those rumours. A spokeswoman insisted the agreement allowed the UK to sign trade deals with countries throughout the world, including the United States.
And I can say to the House with absolute certainty that there is not a better deal available.
On Tuesday, Theresa May begins her UK tour, desperate to rally support for her much criticised Brexit plan. First stop, Northern Ireland and Wales. The PM's deal was rubber-stamped by EU leaders on Sunday. Now it needs to be approved by a deeply divided British Parliament in a mid-December vote. That's looking increasingly unlikely. The UK could then simply crash out with no deal, especially as fellow EU leaders say they won't reopen negotiations. But there are other likely scenarios, says Reuters' William James.
The government has 21 days to come up with an alternative plan. The reality is politics will overtake that. We might see something very quickly afterwards. The options are that May resigns. We've seen that that's not in her nature. She's very steadfast at kind of trying to see these things through. They could try and come back for another vote.
Morning, sir.
British newspaper The Times reporting on Tuesday that Brexiteers will back Theresa May on one condition, that she says when she'll quit.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
The paper says a resignation after exit day on March 29th next year would help pacify Brexiteer Tories, who feel the current deal leaves Britain as little more than a vassal state, unable to break free from Brussels, but still subject to its regulations.